Bangarang Games episode
whatever
3 part 3. Yeah, this is like Final Fantasy now.
So folks, welcome back and thanks for joining us. I'm here on Ramsingh as always, and this is
Kevin Ball
sometimes, especially this time. Watch that out started giving some details about the stuff, the game that's coming out in a couple of weeks, and
particularly the frame rate and the resolution of it on the consoles, you know. And
so like the Sony site actually had that the PlayStation was the best way to experience Watch Dogs at 1080p 60 FPS. Right?
It was the best.
Promise of next gen.
Let me just say something. He said that it was the best way to. What I believe they meant was the best way to experience it on a console.
No, I think they say it was the definitive way, right? Because remember they have exclusive Watch Dogs content on the PlayStation 4. So that was the big boast, and everybody was like, yeah! And then I think like a couple hours later, it was like retracted from the site. Yeah. And people was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and then like 2 days after, it was confirmed that on the PS4 it's going to be running at 900p at 30 FPS. Woohoo! So
and they also had to retract the fact that it was definitive.
no, they leave the definitive part on this side.
Right. So I mean, clearly it's just a drunken boast at this point, you know.
But so I mean, personally, I don't think the resolution thing is a big deciding factor, but everybody in an uproar over it, and I don't quite get why. I mean, it's still more than the Xbox One version, because the Xbox One version running at like 800 or 7 something,
792 or something, something crazy.
Both of them being upscaled anyway, but like, what the fuck difference does it make?
I think it make a difference, and it's just it just go to show that it's not the content leak that people might have told them that they would have in the beginning. But as the guy said, and I suppose rightly said, is that there's a decision between dynamism that you put into the game, and resolution. And if you have to choose one over the other, you want to choose the thing that making the game that affecting the gameplay. The resolution might not affect the gameplay that much. I mean, maybe the other resolution would add stuff. Maybe you'll be able to aim a little better, extremely far off.
The reason that they say they had to cut back on it because they wanted to make Chicago alive, so they wanted to have like more people walking around. They say they could have all the people and they could actually get profiled.
That's what I mean. The dynamism of the game. The more people they have, the more dynamically the environment responds and stuff.
Conspiracy theory time. What do you think this means for Ubisoft, right? Because I mean, some people were saying it was like a Sony marketing slip, right? That they just post up the shit without verifying it from the Ubisoft sources, right? But then, like, Ubisoft had issues and, the whole shit with the delay and stuff. And then they recently announced that The Division is gonna be delayed until 2015, right? When it was projected to come out in 2014.
And it's called 2015.
Yeah,
at earliest.
So what I'm saying is that it wouldn't come out in the financial year of 2014 for Ubisoft, which would end on the 31st of March 2015. So it's gonna be sometime after that, right?
They're just kind of refining their phrases. It's
I mean, it's all semantics, but there was an article earlier where one of the guys working on The Division say basically they don't even have a game, right? They have an engine and they can't get any of the shit that they presented at the last E3 to work, right?
I like the phrase drunken boast. I think I'm going to use it plenty, Well, that was also another drunken boast,
So So yeah, so I don't know. Does that say something about Ubisoft and their abilities to make games, or I mean, they're just talking out of their ass at this point and just like promising people things that they can't deliver on?
Well, I mean, everybody is this kind of thing is happening, you know, in everything. Like you have a freaking, you know, like take for example, a minister come on stage and say we good promising this, that, and the other, and then sometimes other people try to kind of scramble to make it happen.
Well, yeah.
So you know, this is the kind of thing that that look like it's happening. You know, they came on stage and drunkenly boasted that they would have 1080p 60 and Division in 2014.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's almost like they're willing it to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and then when
that's the thing, like
the technical people get back to them and, you know, raise a fuss and tell them the reality of the thing, they realize they had to kind of renege on a lot of the stuff that they, you know, agree to, you know. But I mean, that's been happening for a long time. So.
Yeah, but the thing that bothers me the most, right? I mean, like they have this whole conspiracy thing with the bullshots that going on for like fucking ever, right? But it's like taking it to a whole nother level, because now they're promising games that they can't fucking possibly make, right? Is that a good thing, right? Well, what does that do for the company's image?
Particularly talking about Division.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, in Watch Dogs and all too, they had made promises like back in 2012 and 2013, and then they catch their ass to deliver on it and had this like super long delay, and now same thing gonna happen with the Division. They made a promise that now they can't even get the game that they say they were making to be a game, right?
Well, that might be like the Division seems to be like more ambitious.
Yeah, it's a lot more ambitious than Watch Dogs, but
because the stuff that's going on in the Division has never been done. You know, like I've never seen a player come into the game using a smartphone or a tablet. It's a console or PC game, and he controlling it in a different way, or giving an overview of the battlefield or whatever crazy thing that it was doing. You know, I mean, that might also have been another drunken boast, right?
No, well, I mean, they kind of had that in some of the companion apps, because I mean, I use the Assassin's Creed 4 one, and that worked pretty well. I used to like actually update the map real time and stuff.
Right, but that's so much less demanding than controlling a drone in real time, you know, in the game, you know. And what are you seeing on the screen? Are you seeing like how is that? Is that being rendered by the tablet?
I think most of the times it's just like a map, interactive map that you'll have to use. Because I mean, Ground Zeroes was like that, and I think the Watch Dogs app gonna be the same way. It's just gonna be an interactive map that you can activate stuff on the map. It's not like you're actually gonna be in the game playing it.
Okay. So yeah, well, then I guess that'll be interesting, but I don't know. It might be one of those games that's like envision that something and then super skill lock in the end. I don't necessarily make it a bad game, but you know, like, you know, the king of drunken boasts, Peter Molyneux.
Yes.
You know, so his stuff is always like that, and I mean, I thought Fable 1 was okay. I kind of like it.
It was alright. I mean,
but it wasn't. Didn't he also make Black and White?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I really like that one. You know, but both of those games had a lot of drunken boasts, and he probably deliver a few of them, you know, in Black and White. They can zoom into an apple on a barrel that has a worm wiggling.
Right.
You know, and I think that was one of the drunken boasts, and they only built that one. That was the only one.
The only worm in the only apple on the only barrel that you could zoom into.
Well, I mean, that he was trying to show, you know, the minutiae of the world and you know, the thought and the huge scale of the world. But that is the only one that really went so small. I don't think anything else was like that, you know. But yeah, you know, so I mean, Black and White come out being a good game regardless of his craziness, right?
Yeah. So I guess we'll wait and see. But I mean, can't really hate on Ubisoft that much because they're doing the much love Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Which is coming out later this year. So check out our video on that. So yeah, what do you think? What do you feel about Ubisoft? Let's us know in the comments below. And as always, let us know what you think of this video. If you like the video, like the video.
And if you don't like the video, like the video. For Christ's sake, it's like you click. How many times have you clicked today? Click one more. For Christ's sake.
One more time.
You know?
So yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bless.
Yeah, we might be driving in a truck that have bamboo and we may be impaled. Alright, so you know.
But we continue on because the video.
Right.
Must
One truck have bamboo and next truck have pipe. Right? So you could be impaled by bamboo or pipes. This is amazing. Any one of these are a red flag? And it's
actually no.